I want to do a comparison between Alan Dershowitz and Prince Angel. I think Alan Dershowitz, I think the guy is very nefarious. He's not a good person, but he's one hell of a liar. And he used to be a lawyer, which means a lawyer is a liar. Now I'm joking, but he's very good at what he's doing. And I hate to say this, when you hear Alan Dershowitz talking, and you compare that to Prince Angel, we're gonna do a comparison. You guys let me know what you think. Those are two different skill sets. It's two different skill sets. Alan Dershowitz, no matter what you want to say about him, he's an evil man. He's the most nefarious man you can ever met. But the guy is very eloquent in the way he defends himself, and it sounds pretty convincing. And it's not the same case as Prince Angel. I'm going to show you both of them, and you're going to compare, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's amazing to see the difference of a professional, a lawyer, and somebody that's a prince, doesn't do anything. It's many people say that Prince Andrew is pretty stupid. Alan Dershowitz is not a dumb guy. He's not dumb. He's he could be a pedophile, but he's not a dumb guy. Kind of like what's his name, Jeffrey Epstein. What do you guys think, man? This is Dershowitz going hard, full power. His case was pretty strong, you know. He said that you know, they basically this lady is lying, and she's categorically lying about him, and he has proof, he has receipt that where he was, and when he was there, he was with his wife, his daughter, at the island, and he's telling her, hey, okay, so if you so why don't you come on television and accuse me on television? Don't do it under paper. Come on television. That's a pretty compelling case if you don't know the law. I don't know the law, guys. I'm not an expert, but it's still compelling because here he's the one that's instigating the fight. Okay. So you want to get hard? Let me see you come on the news and let me see what you got to do. You see, so Dershowitz is an expert. He's a defense lawyer. He's done this. That's his career. Now we're gonna compare this to Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew is a loser. He doesn't know how to defend himself. And even though I think they are both guilty, but the Dershowitz case, the way he presents himself, it has more strength, and it's more compelling to somebody that doesn't know. But like Prince Andrew, anybody should know that Prince Andrew is guilty. I mean, this interview was messed up. You're gonna look at it. Let me know what you think.
I wanted to find out more about what was going on, because in the Navy, it's a pretty isolated business because you're out at sea the whole time. And I was going to become the special representative for international trade and investment. So I wanted to know more about what was going on in the international business world. And so that was another reason for going there. And the opportunities that I had to go to Wall Street and other places to learn whilst I was there were absolutely vital.
He was your guest as well. In 2000, Epstein was a guest at Windsor Castle and at Sandringham. He was brought right into the heart of the royal family at your invitation.
But certainly at my invitation, not at the royal family's invitation. But remember that it was his girlfriend that was the key element in this. He was the, as it were, plus one to some extent in that aspect.
Am I right in thinking you threw a birthday party for Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, at Sandringham?
No, it was a shooting weekend.
A shooting weekend?
Just a straightforward shooting weekend.
But during these times that he was a guest at Windsor Castle at Sandringham, the shooting weekend,
yeah.
We now know that he was and had been procuring young girls for sex trafficking.
We now know that. At the time, there was no indication to me or anybody else that that was what he was doing. And certainly, when I saw him either in the United States, when I saw him in the United States, or when I was staying in his houses in the United States, there was no indication, absolutely no indication. And if there was, you have to remember that at the time, I was patron of the NSPCC's Full Stop campaign, so I was close up with what was going on in those time about getting rid of abuse to children, so I knew what the things were to look for, but I never saw them.
So you would have made that connection because you stayed with him, you were a visitor, a guest on many occasions at his homes, and nothing struck you as suspicious?
Nothing.
During that whole time?
Nothing.
Just for the record, you've been on his private plane.
Yes.
You've been to stay on his private island.
Yes.
You've stayed at his home in Palm Beach.
Yes.
You visited Ghislaine Maxwell's house in Belgravia in London.
Yes.
So, in 2006, in May, an arrest warrant was issued for Epstein for sexual assault of a minor.
Yes.
In July, he was invited to Windsor Castle to your daughter Princess Beatrice's 18th birthday. Why would you do that?
Because I was asking Ghislaine.
You guys see how weak Prince Andrew's look? Oh, you went to all those places. Why did you invite the guy after there was an arrest warrant after him? Oh, because I was asking Ghislaine. You see, that's like, and Ghislaine is a total. She's one of the culprit of the whole thing, and she's as guilty as Jeffrey Epstein. So you can tell that there's a big difference between Prince Andrew and Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz is a lawyer, and when he makes a case, you really gotta dig in to find out that the guy is not guilty. But Prince Andrew, he's guilty like in front of us, like, he's been to all those places. Prince Andrew's been he's been on the plane, he's been on the island, he's been on the ranch, he's been in New York City, and he still invite Jeffrey Epstein to his party, like almost like he agrees with Jeffrey Epstein. You see how disgusting those people are? And it's funny how those people are. Right? They have all this money, they don't want to go. They do not want. They refuse to go after adult women that will satisfy them. Let's say, because I understand that some people, they want to get sexually satisfied, but they refuse to do that. You have to go for the 12-year-old, for the innocent 12-year-old, for the 13-year-old, for the 14-year-old, destroy their life, and then to be the one to start them in the prostitution life. Because that's what they are doing. Because when you take a young kid like that and you pay them for sex, they're starting to learn the behavior of a prostitute, and they are damaged good for life. To me, I think they are damaged good. I mean, I hate to say this, guys. All of those victims, I don't think if they are, marriage material. I mean, I cannot really say that. You cannot really say that, because people do redeem themselves. But once you damage people like that, it stays in there for the rest of their life. Yes, I cannot say that, because I've seen people that have turned their life away, but it's a pretty devastating blow by having sex with a young kid, and that kid is gonna be like that for the rest of their life. And Jeffrey Epstein didn't give a damn. But guys, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think, and let's keep plugging away, guys. Those elites, man. There's so many of them that are like so nefarious, so crazy.